Hello to everybody watching and listening, and welcome back to some more Mechabellum. It's been crazy the last few days. Look at my combat power, it's crazy. I have played a bit after the tournament, and to my own surprise, it has mostly been winning. Like, I've been on a, 8 or so game winning streak, and my MMR and combat power have never been better. So right now I am pushing, I have just crossed the 1500 MMR barrier and 102,000 combat power with a really amazing game against Mr. Fent here, and I want to put that game on display because it was a really good one, and I kind of want to celebrate the increase in combat power and MMR before the inevitable drop that is going to happen in very short time, I am sure. Like, I will probably get handed down to like 1200 MMR. Alright, here we have the starting specs, and my choices here weren't all that bad. But for me, heavy armor, fangs, sledges, sounds like a deal to me. Well, no, not this time. I, surprising to my own, took Mustangs and Marksmen with Supply Specialist. My opponent went for Quick Supply and also has Arc Lights, Crawlers, Stormcrawlers. So if I look at this setup, I'm right now thinking, oh boy. Or rather, I will be saying that once the battle actually starts. But just positioning units, I'm thinking, is this going to be aggro? Fortunately, it is not. This has been... Oh, by the way, he also was a streamer. I think I can put his handle up. But I look at this board and I'm thinking, oh boy. I don't have the chaff to last through all the Stormcaller salvo and the Crawler fighting here. I don't have the chaff clear speed against Crawlers right now to kill them fast enough for my own Crawlers to survive. And as a result, well... it's not looking too hot first turn here. Stormcaller salvo is landing and everything just goes down. After that, all that's really left is a couple of marksmen that can't do anything against the crawlers, let alone all of this stuff here. First round, quite a steep defeat. Already you can see the health bar moving. What is this? Like, I wanna say like 8% of my health or something, it feels like that. I'm taking Missile Strike because I'm Supply Specialist and I can still get 2 tier 2 units or 200 cost units. If I do that, my opponent is more or less thinking ahead. I'm not sure if it's actually worth. He's just putting down some barriers. He's also missling this side, and basically everything except for the crawlers is going to die. So this turn is not going to end well. I can already say that. What am I doing? I'm thinking I need a front line. There is no two ways about it, and when I need a front line, the sledges are usually coming out. Unless they are already hard countered or something like that. So at least now this side has a couple of sledges, but sledges against all of this. I'm eyeballing whether or not the distance is enough for the crawlers to run ahead of the sledges. And no, the answer is no. The Stormcrawlers here are specifically targeting the sledges and hitting the Mustangs along with them. So I was a bit too greedy with placement here. The sledges were too far ahead, and as a result, everything I have just gets absolutely stomped. This is really not good. So now I am down to, what is this? I'm down like a third or maybe 30% of health, something along the lines of that. I'm thinking, what to do. Wasp Swarm, not really good because I bet he's gonna get some anti-air. He is picking Wasp Swarm as well. I am going for the Smoke Bomb. He's putting his wasps on his side because, well, the Mustangs are here. Though they would run to the front, always a good chance that they can shoot the wasps before they can get the tower. I need to fix the situation that my sledges are instantly targeted because my survival hinges on these sledges. So not really anything to do. He's also positioning a missile here in order to prevent these wasps if I were to put them here. Because, well, this side is protected with Mustangs, this side is protected with Mustangs. Or the only thing that could even remotely hurt him is the middle, but I honestly think the missile here is overkill. Like, his wasps are already spawning here. So, what's it gonna do? Even if like 2 or 3 of my wasps survive, if I get an absolutely amazing engagement against his wasps here, well, are they going to plink down the shields? Not really a good chance of that happening. I'm putting some crawlers in the middle. I eyeballed them this time hopefully correctly so that they will attract all of the Stormcaller shots. And I'm putting the smoke in front of here because, well, what are you gonna do? You have to do something, and these Mustangs here are more or less useless now until they get into uncomfortably close range. What I didn't really think at the time is, well, if I win this side, all of my units are going to go into the smoke. However, winning a side would have been, or really would be, I think I am winning this side this time around, but it was already a good improvement to literally all of the previous turns. So now what is happening is I am shelling at the shields. I don't really have much in the way of DPS, but honestly, solving the fight in the first place was my first thing to do. Breaking the shields was not really on my mind at the time, just, you know, winning one side was. Now all of my units are in smoke and there's Stormcallers under shields shelling them. So, oh, and the missile also activates. So that's 50 bucks down the drain in my opinion, because this was not really worth it. Oops. I am thinking what to do here. He's picking up Scorpions because, well, he sees me getting tanks. I was looking at the options too and I was thinking, nothing here is really good. I should just pick up Scorpions. Because Scorpions can take out a lot of small units if they hit well as well. He, however, is not just content with 2 Scorpions. He is, I can already spoil it more or less. He's thinking about what to do. He may expect me to level these tanks because they could level. I was actually smart and holding off on that. He drops more Scorpions. I put range on my Mustangs so that they can hopefully carry a bit further from the back. Once the crawlers die and the Stormcallers are inevitably targeting these sledgehammers, I don't want the Mustangs in that pile as well. But now it's still not looking good because, well, I haven't even won a single turn against my opponent. And my health is, like, in 3 rounds, I have lost about 30% in total, I would say. The last round didn't really do much for him. Anyway, he is adding more of these Scorpions. I have 2 Scorpions and a bunch of tanks against 4 Scorpions and a bunch of chaff. I still have smoke here. He still has a shield here. Not really looking too great, but it could be worse. He's also leveling the Stormcallers. So now he probably is not too happy to see that I have not added more tanks. However, the Scorpion placement is really good, and oh no, not this time around at least. It's not really good right now. Probably because of the smoke. I think otherwise the Scorpion might have shot before anything else and attacked these tanks directly. However, in the face of 4 Scorpions, there's not really much in the way of stopping him. Let alone stopping the fire from the Stormcallers that are still protected by the shield. So now my units are once again moving into the smoke, but the Mustangs actually have the range, similar to the Marksmen, and this time there is no shield to protect them, so I can clean up the side quicker than I could in some previous turns. So it doesn't really make much of a difference. There is a Scorpion moving in on my tower. I'm getting my opponent's tower, but I do not have the shield break left to do this. And, well, this turn just ends with him shelling all my units into nothing. However, it's not too much damage, though it is starting to really hurt, because I am now at like half health. I think it's a bit less than half health, actually.